The future is always uncertain, so how do you proceed? Your guardian angels know how much you've suffered and how hard you've worked. They come to offer insight on the road ahead. There's no denying that life is about as overwhelming and uncertain as it gets. When it comes to all of the challenges and responsibilities in your journey, life itself is the most harrowing. Of course, one can't talk about life without considering the many paths forward. You can visualize it as the many branches of a great tree. You never quite know where you're going to end up or whether your efforts will flower and bear fruit. The angels say, this is part of what makes life so mysterious and unsettling. Everyone is marching forward to the beat of time's drum, and you never truly know what might happen to you. This is something that everyone has to grapple with, and you will find no true solutions to this matter. From another perspective, it's good that there is no true solution to the question that is life. If ever someone found an answer, the very essence of what makes life worth living will likely be at stake. It is information privy only to the cosmos and the guardian angels that watch over you. However, it doesn't change the fact that people will find their own explanations for the mysteries that surround them. You could even say that people's answers are the reasons why the cosmos acts the way it does. After all, you're able to influence the universe in many different ways. You might not feel like that is the case, but all it takes is a bit of introspection to find your answer. For example, isn't it odd that no matter what happens, things always seem to balance out in the end? Even at its worst, you can still find the silver lining. As a matter of fact, you might even notice that things don't just balance out. They end in your favor when all things are said and done. This is proof that the cosmos has your best interest at heart. Before we keep going, it's important to first mention the presence of certain signs that act as beacons of luck in your life. It's a good idea to watch to the end, as it offers you insight you will not find anywhere else. Now, back to the message from your guardian angels. When it comes to the path ahead, it comes as no surprise if the only thing you feel is confusion. You do what you can to move forward, but you can never be too certain about what might happen. What your guardian angels can tell you is simple, with so many different branching paths. The important thing is to focus on what's happening around you in the present. I repeat, with so many paths forward, the best thing is to focus on the now. It's a good idea to stop and smell the roses, and there's no reason to allow the future to stop you from living your best life. Far too many people allow the future to dictate all of the things they do. The result is a life that's lived by firmly looking forward. While this might not necessarily be such a bad thing, it will lead to regret, as people will find out in the end that they should have just focused on what is rather than what will be. After all, you were not meant to find out what will happen. The future is uncertain for a reason. Knowledge of the future can and will lead to problems down the line, which is why your guardian angels can only say so much. Fortunately, what they do have to share is enough for you to benefit from the blessings of the universe. If you're wondering why your guardian angels constantly talk about living in the now, it is because that is where your soul belongs. It is the reason why so many people feel an empty void when it comes to tackling their goals. The fact of the matter is that constantly living in tomorrow means you aren't living at all. It's understandable to feel overwhelmed concerning the future, as it is undoubtedly an important thing to consider. However, more important are the relationships and bonds you forge with others and your fulfillment in what's going on right this moment. If you find yourself unable to focus on what's happening right now, the people around you will likely notice. People who live only in the future will always seem distant and unapproachable. This makes it more difficult to forge lifelong bonds with others. As such, the best thing to do is to simply focus on stepping forward, rather than where your path will take you. This brings us to the next section, where your actions pave the way to fortune and happiness in the near future. As far as your actions are concerned, your guardian angels are proud. Despite the fact that you are constantly distracted by what the future has in store, you never fail to help others in their time of need. You often give and give without paying too much attention to what you receive in return. This is a rare and noble mindset, and one that will get you far in life. What you've been praying for will come true, so there's no reason to focus more on the future than what you're already doing. Instead, take the time to attune to the world around you. A good mental exercise is to close your eyes, take deep breaths, and try to figure out what it is you want at this moment. It could be spending time with a loved one, or it could be as simple as buying yourself a delicious dessert. Whatever the case, listen to your heart. This message from your guardian angels is all about caring for your physical and mental well-being. Remember that thinking too much of the past or the future isn't a good way to balance out your lifestyle. Focus on what's happening in front of you, and you'll lead a life you can't possibly regret. This is the best piece of advice your guardian angels can give you, as they're asking you to trust in your life's journey. The synchronicity sign that watches over you is an interesting one, the first star of the night. The very first star that twinkles as the afternoon gives way to twilight is a rare occurrence. It is something that most people do not notice, and it is a symbol of life itself. Typically, the first star to shine in the night represents a wish fulfilled. With so many paths moving forward, sometimes the best thing to do is to enjoy what's happening right this moment. Don't be surprised if you happen to catch the very first star of the night more often than not. The light of this celestial body, likely taking many years just to shine in your eyes, is a sign of incredible luck on the road ahead. I want to end with a prayer for you. Lord, in the midst of life's vast uncertainties and countless paths ahead, grant them the clarity to focus on the present moment. Help them to embrace the beauty of each passing moment and to find solace in the here and now. Guide them to appreciate the blessings around them, rather than allowing anxiety about the future to overshadow their joy. May they trust in the journey of life and find peace in knowing that the universe is always supporting them. Amen. Your guardian angels depart with these words. Don't let self-doubt rule over your choices. Give yourself all the time in the world to make a decision, and remember to live in the moment. This message is for you. Know that the universe will always be on your side. Type 111 to claim this message and the blessings inside for your own. Try and leave a positive comment for other viewers who might need a positivity boost in their day. The universe sees it as an act of kindness that fuels the cycle of good karma. You'll be spreading positivity and receiving the universe's blessings in return. Let's uplift each other and create waves of good energy together. I also want to pass on one more time-sensitive message from the angels to you, and you need to hear it today because this is extremely unusual. Someone or something seems to be trying to block you from receiving this urgent guidance. You've been missing countless signals that the universe is sending you. Luckily, those messages are still available to you. Please click the link in the description to find the messages that you missed. An important message is waiting for you in the next video. Will you hear it?